What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is part 2 of the Riverfront boat fight that happened in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, if you guys have seen my last podcast, you know I was talking about how I don't know how to decide how I feel about this because I haven't seen the full picture. Well, now I got the full picture, and this is going to be part 2. Okay, now, if you guys have seen my last podcast, I was telling you that I have a hard time making a decision about whose fault this fight was, and all that kind of stuff, because I didn't see the full picture. Well, I'm going to let you know that I actually came across another video, and I'm not going to play the sound of this video because, well, the people that's on the boat is kind of, well, be honest with you, they aggravated me, and I ain't going to play the audio. So, this is what we're going to go off here. Now, in the last video, I was talking about how the boat worker was untying somebody else's boat and moving it, and they, I don't know for sure exactly what happened. Well, here's the full video, and if you guys look at this video right here, the dock worker starts to mess with this boat, all right? Now, here is where I'm getting to. And if you look real close, right here after this boat moves out of the way, he is pushing this boat forward. And it looks to me that it bumps the boat in front. It's right up against that sucker. All right? And then he ties the boat off. Now, coming up here, the owner of the boat, or one of the people that are with the boat owner or whatever is happening, he runs down, he's pointing. Okay? As of right now, all I'm seeing is a guy coming down to the boat dock worker and saying, "Hey, what are you doing moving my boat?" That's what I get out of this. All right? So he's pointing, "Why are you moving my boat?" Now, I want you guys to pay a lot of attention to this boat dock worker. Right off the bat, this guy his body language, he is being very aggressive. And he's yelling. You can see it. He gets very aggressive real quick. And the other guys are not aggressive towards him at all right here. Here comes the other guy. Wondering what is going on. What is going on? And look at him. Look at the boat dock worker. He is yelling, screaming, slapping his hands. And not once yet have I seen any of the white guys be aggressive towards the boat dock worker. All right? Now, I think I'm going to unmute it about right here. Okay? I'm going to put my headphones on so I can hear. And I want you guys to pay a whole lot of attention to what is going on, all right? Now, the people on this boat are hollering, and they're enticing. They're enticing. And I'm glad they beeped everything out, because if they didn't, I would have had to do it, and that's a lot more work for me. See, they're in there chanting, "Get out of the way, blank, get out of the way." They're enticing. All right? They're enticing. Now look at this. Show me where the white guys have got aggressive. The only aggressive body language I see is coming from the boat dock worker. Now everybody walks away from each other, and then the boat dock worker walks back. And he's hollering at him for some reason. Now, did they say something while he was walking away? I don't know. Can't hear that because the people on the boat are screaming and trying to instigate something, it seems like to me. Now another guy shows up here in a second. Now there is a gap right there. There's a split in that video. I don't know what happened right there. So that's another thing where it's like there's missing footage. But I can only go off what I'm seeing. Now, let's keep watching this. I want you to pay a whole lot of attention right here. All right? Watch the boat dock worker give this guy a couple little signs of it happens right here. Right there. Let me rewind it just a little bit. Boom. Gave him the double bird. Now, in my last podcast, I was talking about there had to be something that happened that caused the white guys to get aggressive. I'm not justifying what they did. Not at all justifying it. But when you take footage and you cut it to only show a certain part, you miss the full picture. Now, I said in my last podcast, I want to know what happened to cause these guys to get so angry that they attacked this guy. I believe that right there is what triggered it. All right? Now watch. Picks him off and says, "Come on." Now this guy shows up. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Not once was the white guys aggressive. The body language of the boat dock worker was all hostile, yelling at them about moving their boat. All right? And then they get in a conversation. I'm going to go ahead and mute that. They get in a conversation right here. And then he gets the boat dock worker again, gets a little slap in his hands. They're just questioning the guy. Then this is when it all breaks loose. This is when it all breaks loose. And that's when the guy comes in. That's when the guy comes in and attacks the boat dock worker. Now, through this whole thing, none of the white guys were aggressive. The body language of the boat dock worker was aggressive. The body language. But here's the thing. He never touched anybody. There's no law about yelling and screaming at somebody. Unless you're disturbing the peace. But he did. Sorry about my TV. But then, out of nowhere, this guy comes and attacks this guy. And he throws the hat, and this is when the brawl starts. And here's something I want to say. Everybody's saying that all these guys were attacking this guy. Not all of them was. The other guys were actually trying to pull them apart from each other. So not all of these guys that were on this bridge, this dock, were actually beating up on this guy. All right. There was a couple of them, but then a couple of them was trying to separate them. All right. That guy comes in, he starts something, And then watch, the other guy comes in. He tries to pull he's right there. He's pulling the guy off, getting him out of the way. Right here, you see them pull a guy away, pulls him away. Now, the other guy looks like he's punching at the dock worker. Right there. And then the guy that's on him right now, he was the one trying to separate. Then he gets sucker punched for trying to protect the dock worker because the other guy thought got him in a headlock, but I don't see it that way. Okay, then it's over. All right, so they got separated and they pulled them all apart, and then the boat dock worker goes back after. Okay, he's no longer in danger of a fight, and I watch him. Now he's pumped full of adrenaline, and he's taking his shirt off, and he is going after the other guy. Now, the rest of that video shows him take off running, then he takes off running at this point at the other guy, then the footage gets all cut up. But, there's a few things that aggravate me of this whole video. One, the boat dock worker touched somebody else's property. And it looks like he drove it or pushed it into somebody else's boat. So they come down questioning about it. Dock worker gets all aggressive. You can tell it in his body language that he's aggressive towards these guys. All right? And then he flips him a bird. Boom. So I want to say this. The dock worker wasn't completely innocent on, getting these guys riled up. All right? He's not completely innocent on it. He flipped the bird, double one. Okay? He's like, and he's screaming at him. He's not helping his situation any. But I will say this. I don't care how somebody is reacting towards you. It's called freedom of speech. He does work there. He did ask him to move the boat. They come down. He's trying to explain to him very aggressively, but he's trying to explain it to him. And then out of nowhere, the guy comes running across the dock and attacks him. So, you guys want to know what my opinion is on this? My opinion is the white guys need to go to jail for attacking this black man and laying their hands on him. They had no right to go after him and did what they did straight up. So, the boat owners, 100% in the wrong. But I stand on this. The dock worker didn't help his situation any by getting aggressive, touching somebody else's property, and enticing them by flipping them a bird and saying, "What you gonna do?" All he did was escalate the problem. He's not completely innocent. Not completely innocent. And that's my beliefs. You can disagree with me if you want. That's okay. Because in this country, we can disagree. Tell me what you think, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. But that's how I believe. Thanks for watching. God bless. And I love yous.